Hey everyone, it's Shelly with Pastry Shells, and today I'm going to show you how to make the cookies that go along with my Valentine's Day sets this year. First, to make the cactus cookie, we're going to start with flood consistency icing in black, light green, and green, and then we're going to use stiff consistency pink, white, and green. First, we're going to flood the body of the cactus with the light green, and then we're going to use the stiff consistency pink icing to do the cheeks while it is still wet. Then I'm going to use these pearlized jimmies to add all over the body of the cactus to create the little spikes. And I do this while it is still wet so they stick. I use my fingers to place the jimmies carefully and then my scribe tool to move them around. I let that dry for at least an hour, and then I use my green to fill in the sides of the cactus and then apply the jimmies while it's wet. I let that dry, and then I use my black icing to evenly place 2 dots on the cactus to create the eyes. Make sure that they're exactly the way you want, and then add 2 dots for the white. I use 2, one for the reflection and one for the eye. And then you can use an edible marker to draw on the smile. And then you have your little cactus cookie. Next, we are going to work on the Tic Tac Toe Cookie. Here you're going to need stiff consistency red, pink, and gray icing, and then white flood icing. I used a piece of acetate here. You can use parchment paper or wax paper, and I piped the hearts for the board. You can also print out a template if you'd rather trace them so that they look perfect. Then, using a square cookie, I flood it in white icing and let that dry for at least an hour. And then, using the stiff consistency icing, I draw the board. And then I also draw the sweet little hearts on the corners. Of course, you can use any color for this. Let that dry, and then you have a tic-tac-toe board with the cute little pieces as well. Now I'm going to show you how to make the Melt Your Heart ice cream cookie. Here we're going to start with flood consistency white and ice cream cone color, as well as stiff consistency ice cream cone color. We're going to start with an heart-shaped cookie. And using an edible marker, I like to draw in my drips the way I want them. And then you're going to use your flood consistency brown and flood in the bottom part, not including the drips. And then you'll let that dry for at least an hour. And then you're going to draw diagonal lines one way and then diagonal lines the opposite way to create the ice cream cone. Once that dries, you can flood in the top part of your ice cream cone to make those drips, and then you're just basically going to sprinkle on some really pretty sprinkles. I used my scribe tool to place everything around. I also added icing where I felt like it needed more drip, and then I was done. Please let me know if you have any questions in the comments. I hope you enjoy. Happy Valentine's Day.